Hey guys, what's up? Caleb down here, and today we have a package from Precision Armament. We got a suppressor. Let's open it up. This is just a pure unboxing, first impressions, no shooting, just what comes in the box. Some caveats to that and everything, but let's open this and see what we got. All right, full disclosure, and this should be a disclosure for anything on this specific suppressor, is that they have sent me this for free. I did not pay for this. This is not paid per se, as far as like they're telling me what to say. This is mine. I get to keep it. I get to do what I want to do with it, and I get to keep it. It's mine. I get to do what I want to do with it, and that is what it is. But this is something that always gets with reviewers. You know, if we get stuff for free, people say that we're biased. If we buy things, my opinion is that I'm biased if I buy stuff because I'm trying to defend my purchase. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I try to give you guys the best experience that I can give you with these things, tell you what I think about them, what I actually feel about them, and not having to defend a purchase. And since I already get to keep this, I don't have to keep good relations with this company. I can tell you honestly, straight up, what I think about it. So that's my caveat. That's my disclosure. That's all my stuff there. This is my paperwork. Do not lose that, because I am an 0702, so I have to put stuff in my books. Anyway, here's the suppressor itself. This is what you guys would get if you buy one of these things. They also did send me some mounting things, so these would not come with your set or your system, but we'll talk about these in a minute. Those are some different, actually those are front caps. I think that's it. That is it. And they're super nice. They sent me a little koozie. Those are fun. Anyway. The meat and potatoes suppressor right here. This is the TiTrex. It's the 300, what's the actual nomenclature? 300, well, that's what it is. TiTrex 300. Anyway, let's open this thing up. Unboxing experiences. Some people really like these, some people don't really care. It's got the little magnetic enclosure, little foam inserts. This is probably, did they do this? Your registration and manual, your manual right there on the QR code. I'm perfectly fine with that. We're in the digital age. I would rather them spend money on other things than, you know, full printout manuals. That's perfectly fine with me. You'll get your tools, right? Little spanner wrenches. Stick this thing aside. You'll get a vented front cap, so like a brake front cap, and this should be 30 cal. Does it say it on there? Yes, they do. 7.62, 30 cal. Thank you for putting that on there. Some companies don't, so you kind of have to guess, but I'm glad they put it on there, and it's relatively discreet. That's all that, and then the suppressor itself, which, dang, that is light. I've heard people talk about this, and this is very, very lightweight. All right, so that's what comes in your box. I don't think there's anything else in there. I'm not missing anything, am I? Nope. All right, put that away. Set that over to the side as a little eye candy. And here's our suppressor. Not gonna go in full breakdown of specs and everything, but it is very lightweight, and that's something that they have talked about. From what I'm understanding, and even other people's reviews on this, is it's supposed to be very quiet. It's supposed to rival other suppressors in this, in this size factor. And according to numbers that I'm seeing, I talked to the guys over there at Precision Armament, number-wise, decibel reading-wise, this should be very, very quiet. It's down into the 130s with 300 blackout and stuff. I think even with 300 blackout, I got into the 20s, the 120s, I believe. Stupid quiet stuff, so I'm extremely excited about this. Front cap obviously comes off because you can change that out. Comes with the regular front cap installed. Yep, it's the regular front cap. And then your e-brake, not e-brake, that's a different company, but your brake that they actually have on here, you can put that on pretty dang easy, just like so. Should be able to, there you go. One of the cool things that is, I think, very unique to Precision Armament is this little collar. They have a name for it, but this is your serialized portion, this little collar that goes around here. And this is awesome. This is a 3D printed can, from what I'm understanding, from what I'm looking at, from what I understand of this. If you decide, or not if you decide, well, two things. If you decide, I guess, to upgrade your can, change it from a 30 cal to something else, you have the capability to do that. You can reach out to them and figure that out. There's a cost associated with that, but it's not the full cost of the suppressor, which is pretty cool. But you get to keep your serial number, everything the same, because your serial number is on this collar. Also, if you somehow destroy your can, you get it smashed, you blow through a bigger caliber and you destroy it somehow, as long as you haven't messed up your collar back here, which is way back at the mounting area, they can get you a new core and put this sleeve back on, and again, turnaround time should be much faster, much easier, way less paperwork because you're not getting a new suppressor. It's the same suppressor. That is cool, and I think that's unique to Precision Armament. I don't know of anybody else doing that. It's hub compatible in the back, which opens up the world is your oyster basically, so you get to pick and choose, Lego it out, and put whatever mounts and stuff you want to put on there. Yeah. I don't know if it'll show, but there's a look down the core on the inside. It's always fun to look at these things when they're brand new, right? Before they get all carboned up and everything. So, excuse me. So, form factor wise, I think it's 6 point something inches long. I think it's 1.65 inches in diameter. It's the standard length and width, in my opinion, in my experience, as not a K can, but a 30 cal can. It's not a big long boy, huge thing. It's that medium size, but the weight, you guys can't feel this, but the weight of this is insane. And from what I'm understanding, it's supposed to sound really good. I just want to throw this on just for kicks and ooh, I don't like that noise. Just for kicks and giggles, I want to throw this thing on a little build that I put together just to see how it looks. Let's do that. I'll be right back. All right, this is 300 blackout build that I've been putting together. I've been redoing, trying to make it a really nice subsonic 300 blackout. Mini M4 kind of gives the vibe of that. Put this guy on. I don't know if YouTube likes that or not, but let's just put it on down here, so that nobody gets freaked out about things. It's just direct thread is what I'm using right now, which honestly, direct thread is not bad. And then a shorty little 7.5 inch build that has the extended 1/4 inch, barely even, e-brake on there. That's still super lightweight. You get a little bit of suppressor shadow, but I've got this, who makes this? Malkoff device thing on the front. So it's a more focused beam for whatever that's worth. I'm just excited to go shoot this thing. This is kind of harebrained video, just kind of throwing it out there, but this is just a pure unboxing, right? So you have different things that you can get. That's what this other stuff is. Since it is a 30 cal can, you can shoot everything 30 cal below, not 9mm. So we're not going to put it on the lever gun, the 38 357 Magnum. We're not going to shoot 9mm through it, but anything 30 cal and below. So one of these is a 5.56 front cap and the brake. The other one is the 6.5 front cap and brake. We do have the 6.5 for the fix, the barrel for the fix. That could be really cool. If this really is that quiet, a short, because that's already a 16-inch barrel on the fix, and a short, light suppressor on there could be really, really cool. And that brake, if it works like other additional brakes, however you want to say that, front cap brakes, in my experience, brakes on the front, they can help with recoil reduction, but some voodoo magic goes on to where, in my experience on other brands, we'll see if this one holds up to it, it disperses the noise. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it seems, and it gives you an additional like decibel or two of sound reduction. For me, that's what it's done for me. I'm very interested to see if that's what's going to happen on here. Should be really, really cool. So anyway, guys, this is just an unboxing. Just a quick eye candy teaser video for you guys. Kind of give you a view of what it would look like on a shorty little 300 blackout build. Super lightweight. It's your relative normal length and diameter size. But you have compatibility with hub in the back. You have these front caps, which I think they said are Bravo threaded. I don't know. From what I'm understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I'm understanding, you could put different accessories on the front, attachments on the front, like I think they said SilencerCo. They have the same thread pattern on the front, so you could change. You don't have to use their front caps. I believe that's what they said. So that is cool. I like it when industries play together nicely in the same sandbox, because we are all part of this whole thing, trying to like make the products better and have a good fun experience, and we don't want to lock everybody out. I like that. I appreciate that. They're not using a bunch of proprietary parts and pieces. However, the cool proprietary piece about this that we already mentioned is that collar, so you're not stuck if you accidentally mess up your can. You can get it fixed relatively easy, and I mean really easy. And should be much faster than going through the whole process of getting a whole new can. Pretty dang cool, pretty dang neat, super, super light. I'm very excited about it. Let me know what you guys want to see this thing on. Obviously, we're gonna run it through everything that we have, everything that is capable of being run through that I have. Everything from 7.62x39, 30-06. I don't have any Magnum calibers, 6.5 Creedmoor, 5.56, all that stuff. So we're gonna run it through and give it our best shake. And like I said before, like I said in other videos, I do not have a $10,000 decibel reader. We're gonna have to go off the numbers of other people. And I think Pew Science did a thing on this, whatever his stuff is called, a series, a video, article. So if you want numbers, go over there to him, look at numbers. We're gonna go by end user experience. I'm gonna use this in every way that I can and report back to you guys how it functions for me and how it stacks up and compares to other suppressors in this same factor, right? Keep it in its wheelhouse, what it's made for, what it's designed for. Something to note real quick, there's a lot of people out there enjoying the FRTs, just say that. And this is not a full auto can, not a can that you want to just burn down, right? It's not made for that. It can handle some bursts. From talking to the guys over there at Precision Armament, it can handle some bursts. But it is not a belt-fed suppressor. It's not made for that. They have cans that are built more for that robust usage. This is not one of those. This would probably actually be for the hunter, for the enthusiast, for even competition guys, because they're not using full auto stuff, right? But if you really are the kind of person that has the money and has, you know, the desire to go out and just burn down through a whole case of ammo with your FRT, probably don't want to do that with this suppressor. Hopefully that makes sense. That's not a strike against this. Again, we're trying to evaluate this in its wheelhouse and keep it in its wheelhouse. Don't ask it to do something that it can't do. Anyway, enough of that stuff. Let me know what you guys want to see this thing on. What questions, things you considered. If you're looking at one of these, you know, maybe I have the same caliber that you have, the same barrel length you have. You want to see how it sounds or how it compares to any of the other suppressors that we have. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my best to give you a good, solid evaluation. So there you go, guys. Appreciate Precision Armament for sending this thing out, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts. We'll go talk about it in the comments. Y'all be good to be safe. I appreciate you guys, and hopefully we'll catch you next time. See ya.